A lifetime of light. In the heart of a small village surrounded by endless fields and distant mountains, there lived a boy named Aman. He was born in the humble home of a blacksmith and a weaver, who worked tirelessly to make ends meet. Aman's childhood was filled with the smell of burning coals, the sound of hammers shaping metal, and the rhythmic clicks of the loom. Life was simple, yet tough, and Aman often wondered if there was more to the world than the confines of his small village. As a child, Aman was curious about the stories his grandmother told by the fire each night. She spoke of ancient travelers who crossed oceans, climbed mountains, and changed the world through their courage and kindness. Aman's favorite story was of a boy who had once left their village to follow a mysterious light that no one else could see. This boy, his grandmother said, had become a great leader who brought hope to millions. One fateful day, when Aman was 16, a severe drought hit the village. Crops failed, rivers dried, and the blacksmith's forge went cold. Hunger and despair settled over the village like a dark cloud. Aman's parents tried their best to shield him from the worst of it, but he could see the weariness in their eyes. The village elders called a meeting to discuss their options, and for the first time in his life, Aman saw people openly weeping. It was during one of these difficult days that Aman noticed an old traveler entering the village. The man was dressed in tattered robes, carrying a wooden staff with a lantern hanging from it. The lantern's light was faint, but something about it drew Aman in. The traveler was different from anyone Aman had ever seen. His eyes held the weight of countless journeys, yet they sparkled with a strange hope. The traveler stayed with Aman's family for a few days, and during this time, he shared incredible tales of distant lands, selfless deeds, and the power of perseverance. Before leaving, he handed Aman a small, peculiar stone and said, "This is not just a stone. It is a reminder that even the smallest spark can ignite a great flame. If you ever find yourself lost, remember this light." Inspired, Aman decided to leave the village in search of a solution to its struggles. His parents were hesitant, but eventually gave him their blessing, knowing his heart was set on helping others. With the traveler's stone in his pocket, Aman set out on a journey that would shape his destiny. The road was harsh and unforgiving. Aman encountered endless challenges, treacherous paths, wild animals, and the biting loneliness of the open road. But with every setback, he remembered the traveler's words and pressed on. His journey brought him to bustling cities where he met scholars, merchants, and artisans. Each encounter taught him something new about the world and about himself. In one city, Aman worked in a bustling marketplace, learning the art of trade and negotiation. In another, he studied under a wise old man who taught him the importance of knowledge and compassion. Every place Aman visited left an imprint on his heart, and in turn, he left behind kindness and hope, just as the traveler had done for him. Years passed, and Aman's name began to spread. He became known as the Light Bearer, for his ability to inspire others even in the darkest of times. Yet Aman never forgot the purpose of his journey: to help his village rise from its struggles. With the wealth he had amassed and the knowledge he had gained, Aman returned home. When Aman reached his village, it was unrecognizable. The once lively streets were empty, and the fields were barren. But Aman's return sparked a fire in the hearts of the villagers. He shared his experiences and resources, teaching them new techniques for farming, crafting, and trading. Slowly but surely, life began to return to the village. Aman's efforts didn't stop there. He established schools, built wells, and created markets where the villagers could trade their goods. Over the years, the village transformed into a thriving hub of culture and commerce. People from neighboring areas came to learn from Aman and his community, and the ripple effect of his work spread far and wide. Aman grew old, but his spirit remained as bright as the lantern the traveler had carried. On his final day, surrounded by the people whose lives he had touched, Aman held the stone the traveler had given him and smiled. He passed it on to a young child, saying, "This is not just a stone. It is a reminder that even the smallest spark can ignite a great flame. Carry it forward." As Aman closed his eyes for the last time, the village lit thousands of lanterns in his honor, their lights shining brightly into the night, a testament to a lifetime of unwavering resolve and selfless love. Aman had not only followed the light but had become a beacon of hope for generations to come.